Does that make sense? Like, you got to learn to translate those things, and it all happens when you're playing catch. Then it'll happen when you're out here making those plays. But don't get lazy with it, and don't let anything, well, this is what I do. Like, guys, that doesn't matter. Make the adjustment, fix it, do it right. Here we go.
My name is Josh Lee. I am the director in West Texas. I started the Angels in 2011, and I'm the head baseball coach at McMurry University.
All right, so if he catches the ball and you're right here halfway, slide. All right, because umpires are going to pump you, and it's an automatic double play if you keep running or if you peel off, because you can't obstruct anything. And then if it's bang bang, you should be sliding anyway.
Every time I turn around, he's posting something. They're having dinner at
dude,
like his house.
The players love him because he's just getting the money.
Well, I was actually coaching at UTSA at the time, and I was doing lessons with a bunch of young athletes. And you know, after time, you kind of created a clientele, and the clientele just so happened to be at the same age, and they all happened to be going into the 13-year-old year. And so the parents would bug me about it and ask me constantly if I ever thought about creating a team. And, you know, it wasn't really in my forethinking at the time, you know, but, you know, I just got committed to the young guys, and I was like, you know what, I'll do this and I'll put a team together and we'll just see what happens. And I had some free time when I was at UTSA. It started off with one team, and that one team grew that following spring, and grew again during the fall, and it just kind of has consistently been moving in the right direction ever since.
We don't do that anymore. We completely stripped it down to a base, and if their team doesn't travel as much, they pay less fees. So not every team pays the same. We do that for the purpose of, I think, ethics and trying to make sure we're right with the parents. So we want to make sure they're only paying for what they do and not one team is funding another team and things like that, which happens in a lot of places. Yeah, you don't need a lot. I'm going to get them set up, and then I'm going to need you to help with data entry stuff.
Of course.
Okay. I'm Morris Libson. I'm one of the owners of the Texas Angels. I've been around since 2016 when I came on as a coach. I was working for Josh Lee, who was the original founder of the Texas Angels, and back then it was known as San Antonio Angels. When he moved to Abilene, I became one of the owners, and we rebranded to Texas Angels in San Antonio. And so myself and Kevin Keeton now run everything with the Texas Angels in conjunction with Josh, who handles everything out of West Texas.
Guys, how we start this right now, the first 10-15 minutes, kind of sets the tone for the day here and for how everything else goes.
So this is probably one of my favorite weekends of the whole summer, and maybe the whole year.
We started the spring training, I think, 5 years ago. And so with doing it 5 years ago, it was really a way to just get all our guys together in one setting before we started playing tournaments.
First thing we noticed is when we went to tournaments, we kind of had like groups of guys or cliques that would only talk to each other. There's guys from Abilene and around San Antonio, and they would just talk to each other. We'd be on the field and they wouldn't even talk to each other until tournament number 3.
You know, it's kind of a spitball idea for Morris, myself, and Kevin, and it's grown into a successful 3 days. We try to put our guys through as much activity as possible to get as much reps as possible so we can see them in a live environment.
Our kids will come in across our 15U, 16U, and 17U level. We'll go through some data collection, get all their metrics updated. We'll go through what we call our installs, where we're putting in all of our systems in regards to pickoffs, in regards to our first and thirds, and some other defensive strategies. And then we do a lot of scrimmaging as well.
We get metrics on them. We get 60 times exit velos, pitching velocities. And we collect all that data because it allows us to get that information out to college coaches.
Many of our kids at the high school level, they're on different watch lists with colleges that are watching them.
We have a gentleman within the program that does most of our recruiting stuff and sends our stuff out to all the college coaches within Texas and all the surrounding states to get our athletes exposure that they need. And then these weekends, it allows us to really see the kids and get to know them on a different level because it's in a less intense environment. So you get to kind of see their personality.
One more time. Did I get it? One more time on the flip. Oh.
Now more than ever, as a high school baseball player, it is the toughest it's ever been to get to that college level.
Guys, baseball is not getting easier when it comes to what's happening at the college level, okay? The guys that they're signing are guys coming backwards from D1 level, from D2 level to the JUCO, and then trying to catapult themselves back to somewhere else. And then there's other guys that are did not get signed anywhere junior summer or senior fall, and they're not getting signed to almost senior season of their high school season. But these are a lot of guys that are built like Division I baseball players, and they're finding the right fits at different schools. It is not getting any easier, and if you think it is, you're sadly mistaken.
At the end of the day, schools, whether they're junior colleges, Division Is, Twos, Threes, or even the NAIA schools, most of the time, when you look down to the nitty-gritty, the cutthroat side of it, especially with the portal nowadays, why would I recruit the 17-year-old when I can go get the 20, 22-year-old that's already proven he can play in college, he can do it at a 4-year level or another junior college level. So is that fair? No, but that is the reality of college baseball now. Because as college baseball coaches, at the end of the day, our job is to win baseball games. So that is what we're gonna do. We have to feed our families. It's a very cutthroat. It is a business at the end of the day.
The college world is different. It's tighter. As baseball gets better, the athletes have to perform higher at a higher level, and I think that's the positive thing. It's a really good thing, but like you said, it's a really tough thing.
I think what's important now these days is a lot of people don't understand that just because you're having success at the high school level doesn't always translate to what these college coaches are looking for.
Heads up over there. Move up some more. Coming.
You'll be still.
One.
I think we're going to coach your kids. I think the thing that we're going to do is we're going to try to do our best to help them progress to be the ball player that they want to be. And that's not just on the field, that's off the field. There's a lot of things that have to take place on both sides of that to allow them to succeed.
When we're talking about that, why would you want to be a part of the organization? The biggest thing for us is when we look at our 17U group and we have 3 teams and about 40 to 45 kids, we're getting anywhere from about 32 to 40 kids commit to play college baseball. There's some years where we're around about an 80% commitment rate and some years where we're as high as 90, 92, 93%. I feel we do a really good job of not trying to push kids to sign, but trying to push kids to find the right fit.
LSU Shreveport right now is 58-0, and they are made up of Division I baseball players playing at an NAIA, okay? They go there, one, because of the way that school recruits and what they do to get kids sent to other places or to get kids drafted. Those players there are finding the right fit, and they don't care if it's NAIA.
That's what we do different as a program is we're really entwined with the individual. We know what's going on, and we try to do our best to have an idea of player A wants this, player B wants this, player C wants to be an engineer, so here's the schools that they can attend. So we try to do our best to have that understanding and really connect with them on an individual basis.
Right now, with the way the landscape is and how crazy it is in college baseball, you see a lot of kids going to a school where it may not be the right fit, and within a year, they're either transferring or just going onto an academic route, or they're not even playing baseball anymore at that point in time. For us, it's about a little something more that we don't want to try to push into, like trying to just hurry up and get to location A when it comes to a college, but is this a place where they're going to be able to get some playing time and then also be able to go there and finish out 4 years? And if they're going to a JUCO, can they be able to be successful at this JUCO? Or are they going to develop them and then push them into whether a Division I, Division II, or Division III 4-year school?
We have a kid, Javi Torres, that is with the Guardians that has grown a lot, and we've seen him since he was a kid. But we've had a lot of really good players and kind of set the foundation for what Angels are now, and we're hoping to continue to grow that.
All we're doing is opening doors and building communications and building bridges, but the value really comes into what these kids are doing on the time from this type of goal setting and this type of environment and culture of they're gonna have to get out of it, and they're gonna have to take full responsibility for what they do. It's not always about us telling them how good they are. It's really about us telling them these are all the reasons why college coaches may not want you, why you may not have success at other levels, and these kids are just owning it and really pushing forward. So that data is kind of our baseline for how we start these communications and really set plans for these guys. And when you see these guys go out there and execute it, and you go watch them play at the college level right now and have success as freshmen, it's exciting to see them do it, and it also opens the door and pathway for a lot of our younger guys to know that it can be done.